And Pokotuna, people of God and people of sports, when you see us on this side of the table, you're going to say Fantasy Premier League is back because everything that has to do with football is back. If I want to scatter everywhere, yes. I deal with men when we say they don't break things down. They don't open sugar cane factory for inside this fantasy league this season. And everything's supposed to sweet as it's supposed to stew. I be swore, the one that they call Tracy Chappelle. Timmy there for I can't borrow a brain because now customer when they shade market. And of course, Jacob's there. So I start with Timmy in-house first before I carry Rasta on Dada. We're supposed to shop number 2 for our table last season. Timmy, how you want shade market this season now?
Well, I don't already arrange my squad. The only thing we say, I never really settle for some of my strikers, especially because of the fear. I see the project, say the likes of Aubameyang will come through this season. I do hope so. But I know what, and my fear, and I say, is get some players who say right now, I know if he carry because I don't know where they go play. Last. Case in study, Harry Kane. I never even put down for I know even reason to put down on my score right now because I never know whether I can go deal with Tottenham Hotspur. So for me, I don't already set. My team was almost set. I don't make sure say I don't get, at least for the first week, I don't get Wunjo players apart from Cavani where I go put.
What God cannot do?
Does not see if he can't play enter score goal.
I did tell you.
So basically, me, I don't ready, honestly speaking, and I'm waiting for the season to start.
Fingers crossed. Jacob, life, what's popping?
I did all right. We are here again.
Optimistically or pragmatically, how you they approach this season?
Right now, I never really set my team for the new season because I still wait for some kind late transfer before Friday night. They wait for the likes of Lukaku to confirm, but they may know the price.
It's confirmed. We say go play for Crystal Palace.
He go play against Crystal Palace.
No.
We hear that one.
Confirm?
Yeah. Saying go like
he go play this weekend.
That's what on Chelsea streets. I go their Stamford Bridge newsletter.
If you go play this weekend, I go set my team immediately after this. I will put some projection out later and we'll see how it go take go. But me already, I don't they kick off. I did what do they call it? I did ants up.
I'm ants up. I like the energy. So we could get right into I'm already. Last season we see star boys like Virgil van Dijk and the rest when we say no he play. But we had someone like Robertson when play for all 38 games. I prefer players when we miss out on game week 1. Most likely, we see I'm already from Andrew Robertson. We see Kevin De Bruyne. We see Phil Foden of Man City. We see Cavani. We see Harry Kane. How does that make you set up when it comes to your front man and your back end?
Yeah, definitely. Robertson, for instance, now will give you assist. Normally, supposed to give you assist, but not, right now in the 1 month out with Wunjo, so definitely you go miss those backline assists from defender. For Foden and KDB, according to Pep Guardiola, in the talk say those guys not be say they are Wunjo bad, but he just want to rest them based on say they finish further for inside the Euros.
Oh yeah.
So that's why he just want take caution. Remember, I said 2 of them. Especially Kevin De Bruyne, he use Wunjo play.
Yes.
So he won't rest down.
Make
him day okay. So first week, you still feel relaxed. No use them.
So you go avoid all these ones for now?
Yeah, just, especially Harry Kane. See, avoid Harry Kane until transfer window finish.
Wow.
Until transfer window, just avoid Harry Kane because you don't know the Harry Kane will go play for Tottenham. Whether they want to go score on goal.
No be lie, yo, because that guy not the vessel.
You don't know.
Harry Kane they do ASU strike.
But for Cavani, I say Cavani just because he travel go South America. So COVID protocol.
Yeah.
So basically for me, all these ones, if you avoid them, then who again? Oli Watkins, avoid them. I'm not saying go give you goals, hit bang.
Oli Watkins face play, but when they almost ruled out from the game. Also this year they very ruled out. Fofana ruled out. You know go play game week 1. The person where they surprised me when they ruled out now be
this one for this Tony boy.
Are they expect one of the strikers who they expect say go blow next this new season now? Ivan Toney now one of the players who I follow from Brentford. Even said for one
championship.
For championship.
Many of them get goals.
He already get like 6.5 million price tag for inside. So that one tell you say they rate him.
Cheap option we go see come through. If he do like make him not just do us Pookie when Pookie comes.
Main do us Oli Watkins.
Pookie Gerrard.
Main do us Oli Watkins.
Main do Oli Watkins style. So I expect so much from him because plenty things they on top in head and I expect saying go score goals. But game week 1 I beg making first rest.
Make it first rest. Already they see their thoughts for someone like a Tony. They talk say over 2.5 million people already for Fantasy Premier League get them already. Managers like you and me
Yes.
already get them because we know say we need cheap when we say the show working. We're not the fine sugar daddy when they work. We just want small boy when go do the working. Now back to inside the matter. They get some teams when we say if you look their fixtures, it they likely say go make sense say this first week. Make it say we stock them up.
Yeah.
And 4 of the top teams, although Liverpool did there as honorable mention, but look at Aston Villa when we say go face Watford. They get Newcastle, they get Brentford, they get Chelsea. Maybe their first 4 matches. You get Brighton when we say they go face Burnley, Watford, Everton, and of course Brentford. And then you get Everton. Forget say they lose to Man U for their last friendly game before the season starts. They get Southampton, they get Leicester City, Leeds, and Brighton and Burnley. And then you get Liverpool when we say they are not too hard at all. So if not you had to pick players. Personally, I suggest say if you want pick teams. Players from teams. Now, this kind of teams, you go want pick players from these first 2 weeks because their fixtures not to decrease. Now, people when we say they go fit play leg to leg, hand to hand. But if not you, which players you go want pick from these kind of teams?
Well, okay. Jacob.
First, I won't go Aston Villa. Aston Villa, one of the star boys, we go show Watkins. Although he no go play, if he get 75% chance of missing the first game of the season. That's Buendia.
Yeah,
now creator in chief.
And this one when we say this boy don't come out.
Yes,
now he's supposed to be
now go they run everything they happen good for Aston Villa. Go they walk through them. So I the hope say now one of the players where person needs to get from Aston Villa. Also another person with honorable mention Ashley Young.
Yeah, and that guy. And then they look at so much.
Ashley Young just joined. We know, but Aston Villa through and through. Now homeboy we come from the city and a big fan of the club. And I think they play more advanced position this season for Aston Villa.
He not drop deep
they play deep like they play for when he did for Inter Milan, when he do towards the end of the career for Man United.
Before he go Man
so
U.
he don't go back to in front position. He even scored for their last friendly game against Sao Solo.
Yeah.
So I expect saying Ashley Young fee show working. Of course, the number 1 pick for Aston Villa is Emilio Martinez.
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely.
Everybody
almost 2
needs
million
to get
fantasy Premier League users.
Martinez. So Martinez now the first choice. Although his money don't increase slightly to 5.5. So
Yes,
but then
yes.
if you see rugged and just put on there.
What of Everton? Who you go pick from there?
For Everton, the obvious choice now DCL.
DCL.
Because Richarlison see there for just come back
He
from Olympic
from
Games. He play South America, Copa America, and then now he don't play Olympic Games. So then another person for Everton are Dine. Look at Dine now person will give you assist and options. If you don't want to go for the obvious 2, maybe defender, maybe Trent and Robertson, we don't injure now. Now Dine now be the next available option. So hopefully we'll get in to put in the balls for this year. Maybe
I like what you talk because I go ask you now, Timmy. You get Wolves, you get Watford, you get Brighton. Who you pick from those places?
If at all I want pick, I go. They very very careful with these teams. We get new coaches
Okay.
for Wolverhampton Wanderers, for Everton, Everton and Wolves especially.
Yeah.
I'll be very careful because first off, the coach go want test. Who will be the players then? We say go fit. So
no, they're sure yet.
No, yeah, exactly. I'll be very careful, especially with Everton. Because, like he mentioned, Richarlison is their main man. The other main man get injury, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So, for me, James, now be another player. We say
they won't even say James.
They don't
put them up for sale.
They're not shut down for market. Nobody price.
Once anybody price.
And Rafael, anybody will know Benitez, no say, more or less, he's a defensive-minded. So, you have to be very careful if you go for Everton. For Wolves, I for say Neves, you know. But,
I like the option.
But I see the fear because, this managerial bounce, new manager.
Neves, one of the reasons why, sorry to cut you, one of the reasons why I don't go pick Neves now, because Neves see the transfer market. I say
one come out.
Body market, they.
So more wait until transfer close to like
finish. Yeah. But anybody, if you want to pick anybody for Wolves, I think Trincao and what's his name? This man waiting for the.
This is their defender for Bakunko. That's all one.
This our young man waiting for them. Pedro Neto and Trincao. Those 2 people, I think things will go up.
Jimenez don't come back.
Yeah,
Jimenez don't come back. So, they get options for them.
If it bounce well, or if you carry Wolves, I just that fear. But for Brighton, get definitely Lamptey. You guys go for
no, Sanchez.
Lamptey now somebody went.
You guys go for Lamptey.
For Brighton, they get very good fixtures, and one of the best way if you bank on, I think that their goalkeeper Sanchez will come good this season. Now my second choice goalkeeper.
You the preempt me because we go enter the goalkeeper shading of market. Which one cheap when say if you collect? Yeah.
Sanchez now the guy we to pick for there, and if they look for 4.5 goalkeeper. That's your go-to guy.
Yes, that's your go-to guy. Already, you already see IB said the teams done the shape out. So quickly, make I throw this one in because don't forget, say someone like a Lucas Digne, I think make a check in market price right
6.5
now.
so.
No, actually 5.5.
5.5.
So it's still cheap.
5.5,
You need to get them cheap. The idea not saying that cheap economic. You go do the work of economic. So if you get changed to tell you say buy market later in case market won't
maybe
be
Benitez not just tell and say they stay back.
Stay back. Don't
go front.
Make it stop and see. Pep Guardiola do us last season. I don't want it. But this one, the versus goalkeeper versus. If you be person when we say one set up for goalkeeper, you go for tested and trusted with the ones when we see there be 6 million like Alisson or Mendy or what's his face. Even then this guy self, check again. Ederson, there be 6.5. Or you go for somebody when we say if you show you working and also not so expensive. Example, na Sanchez when you just score. I think Sanchez price na still 4.5. You get Mesla. Mesla don't increase. Now 5M they put for your head.
Really?
Na 5
Lisboa. Now 5M. 5M. Then Schmeichel.
5.5.
No, 5M.
5M. Because what's the feel I say for Schmeichel, first, he get good defense, he get good cover, and he go make saves. Remember, say where did they help goalkeepers now saves and clean sheets.
Yep.
So the reason why no one go with the Brighton goalkeeper now, my fear now say if he go chop
Sanchez,
goals.
yeah, when they chop, they chop.
But in
go make saves. Yeah, but those chopping of goals. So to play safe, just go with keeper where you say you know say if you trust.
Bam.
You understand? Just go with keepers where you say you know say if you trust. If possible, go carry Ederson.
You not take Mendy.
No. Man,
Chelsea kept on
Mendy too, because Mendy gets fantastic saves too last season for inside EPL. So you guys look Mendy too, but me on the cheap, so that you go put more of your money for attackers.
Yeah,
go for the cheaper goalkeepers.
So
you
forget
understand?
the 6 million ones.
Exactly.
Go for 5 million.
Go for 5 million.
So
go for
Schmeichel
5.5 maximum. So for me, now Schmeichel, the likes of Schmeichel, Martinez, Emiliano.
Okay.
Oh, I like Nick Pope and Burnley, but then Burnley they one kind this season. Their defenders don't they slag them, Ben me and the rest of them they give Pope proper cover. That's why they chop plenty goals last season. People know to bank on Pope. But then for Chelsea defenders on the age, and now one of the things where people know they consider be that
still 2K they deal.
And they go find out this season. Don't worry yourself. See, first season syndrome don't happen. We don't.
But seriously, Jacob, this guy.
No, undisputed though. A very very decent goalkeeper, but still, I don't go fee spend 6.5 on the goalkeeper.
But now that's the price for me.
It's too much.
So I'd rather go for
cheap but effective.
I'll go for either Dallo or Dubravka as backup to
Dubravka.
Emiliano Martinez.
I love it. Martinez now always somebody.
Dubravka is a nice one too.
Now to the captains, captain let me say the person when we say supposed to increase your tally. If you change your destiny, if you triple captain himself evenly. So quickly, you get options of captains and the captains are Yakbayansky. You get people like even Maguire self even enter the conversation. Mohamed Salah enter the conversation. Bruno Fernandes enter the conversation. Sterling, Harry Kane, Aubameyang. Even Lukaku should he start from this Crystal Palace fixture. If not you, who you want to go for? First
off, Bruno Fernandes. No doubt. Wow. Nobody they follow me drag that one. Because for me, he don't show form. He don't show that ginger. We see him in friendly match against Everton. He scored free kick.
Now only for Portugal, it not get sense. When it comes to club football.
No being fault.
No being fault.
Anybody where they look this picture now, they see Kelechi Iheanacho. No try him.
Iheanacho.
No try
see, senior man. You can trust the senior man.
No, you can trust that, but no try because if he's down for bench.
But when he come out, he go score.
Yeah,
he go
but na risk, na very high risk. So for Mohamed Salah, I will say yes too. I go say yes to Mohamed Salah. But you see Harry Kane, no try him. I won't try Aubameyang for the first week. Or the first 2-3 weeks.
Wow.
Seriously,
I'm shocked.
I won't try him.
That's because some confidence.
What's I go advise you say, if you they get fear like me, make him your vice captain.
Okay.
You understand? Just make him your vice. For me, for instance, now I don't make him my captain. I make him my vice. You understand? So Bruno Fernandes, highly rated. He go give you assists. He go give you possible goals.
Penalty.
So for me, now my own captains like that.
Oh, what about you?
One of the things I know about when the season kickstart now, Liverpool they start with some kind of rush for their system, and the person they behind that are mostly Mo Salah.
Bam.
So for me, Mo Salah na the guy where I go. They get good fixtures for their first.
Yep.
Their first
But they get the
games.
easier
They get
fixtures
easier
for
among the top
five,
six.
top six.
I pick Mo Salah. Now Mo Salah will be my captain for a little while before I move to Bruno Fernandes. Obviously.
Wow. So safe to say everybody don't get between now. Mo Salah and Fernandes.
Mo Salah.
Wonderment. Okay, so that means if actually your strategy for this first 1 week into 2, are you going safe or risky?
No, see, the truth be say, points go still your part where you go still get. So if you want risk everything now, but the truth be say, no use your boosters, no use your bench, no use all those things, no use them for now. Just calm down. You understand?
Okay.
Just calm down. Now still the first week, people go still want to try settle down. You never even confirm when Lukaku go play in first match. That one another
20 more days.
Exactly.
So Lukaku go play this Saturday.
There's still plenty. So for me, plenty things they will still happen. And for people who say they look at Jack Grealish too, they're very careful because the man himself, what's his name, Pep Guardiola,
he will pep us.
And I notice say he go play him the way we say we expect say he go play. You understand? Because he never gets striker. More don't forget, he never gets striker. And one thing I don't notice with Jack Grealish, I say, if you play him outside of that midfield, he struggle.
Yep.
He struggle. So in bestest position now,
sweet in the middle.
Exactly. Or may play from the left flank when they always like. So they're very careful because Pep Guardiola go feel try to want rotate squad.
Yeah.
And if they pick Jack Grealish, they're very careful too. If they pick Lukaku, just make sure say they don't sign up. One shot in Lukaku go score goals.
It be like say they preempt me because I got to throw this one to you. Grealish versus Lukaku. Who they likely to give us the most points this season?
Lukaku definitely.
Yeah. What God cannot do does not.
What is that?
No, fact. No, not them there. No. That was say you know.
The truth be say, Lukaku, once you get service to Lukaku na go scorer anytime, any day.
Yeah.
So and then you go get service from people like Pulisic, Kai Havertz, we don't come into form.
Messi
when
Mouse.
where they miss chance, they always create. Even
But
though
this,
they miss.
this pairing no fair.
Enough fair.
Lukaku.
For you striker to striker.
Yeah.
Lukaku
Grealish
na
na person when they give assist up and down and he get a
Well,
lot
he
of
no
points
go
last
ever
season.
get points like striker.
Wow.
No, the funny thing about Grealish now. Grealish no be the last person to play the ball before the ball entered
He
net.
they load up on assist. Now one of the assistants assists.
No. The
So,
funny thing, if you watch the game,
like
Grealish na
you get-
person,
they do the build up.
it's interesting to
Like
watch.
you get one start where I don't
But
see
for
now.
your points,
Jacob, you get one start where I don't see now. Developing stats. They
Yeah.
say the pass that led to the pass assist. You know that
Oh,
pass.
that Grealish.
Now people like Grealish, they
I
get
don't
them
see that
fast.
stats now when they come up. So that you be careful all those because all those things.
And that one they count.
Don't
You
follow
don't
them
effort,
by
you don't
respect.
count
Info
for
effort, they count. Bloody hell. Anyway, we'll go tie them up with the shoot your shot segment. So we go pick up some random questions from our FPL community and make una answer the things. So, question when we say come true, and I say one of them. I say, do you think loading your squad with low budget players from new teams like Brentford and Norwich will be a good gamble this early in the season? I don't speak grammar. Make I speak on my pigeon.
Low budget for low budget. If you pick anything for low budget, pick Brentford. I follow them.
So make we stay away from Norwich. Norwich don't disgrace us.
For Norwich. I think people like Cantwell go see do their thing. Cantwell go play well. Pookie go see score.
Make Pookie get that.
No, you go score.
That
No.
nonsense when Pookie do last 2 seasons and
He
make
go
him
score.
get
He go
that.
score.
The thing be say now and then you get one of that guy Max Aarons. Max
Yes.
Aarons na very
Aarons
fantastic
don dey
right
come
back,
up,
and the guy go put balls into this what they call 18-yard box so that make people like Pookie pounce on him, and they expect more from him because
I like the
he did
Pookie
my
pounce.
team. I like the guy Max Aarons. Na very decent right back, and Ivan Toney for this team.
Yeah.
If he come back,
He's definitely going to score when he
Yeah.
see a
the
chance.
go-to man.
And then they play all their set piece, their penalties and free kick. They form senior boy on top, and so na person we go need to get. They strong for air too.
You
So
concur?
low budget.
Yeah, everything when you talk, I concur because basically now the players, now the big stars for inside these smaller teams, now them go if you give you the goals, now them will give you the assist. Timo Pukki, Tony, Aaron's way mentioned. So for me, I feel say if you go for the players of low budget, make sure you go for the stars of the
star,
team.
not the defenders.
No.
Just
The
go
star-
for
the
striker
play-
assistants.
Exactly. The
striker
players who say
assistants.
go work the goals and the players who they score the goals.
Nice.
It's as simple as that.
I like that logic. And now into the creme de la creme, the piece de resistance. They go tell us say 9 be the Fantasy Premier League by the Republicans. This is not the 2.0 version, and we get a lot of winners last season. We spent hundreds of thousands giving teams. In fact, we come down to Oprah, and today I go tell us say we don't open up the border again. Feel free to join by controlling that link when we say there. I believe say our producers go blow the screen up, make they push on my face. So join the league, join the community because already we get winners per week, and we get winners per month, and we get winners for the season. And every time you win, whether you be man or woman, we get top boy, we get top girl. You always get something like customized stuff, and of course, rabba, because we know say sakpa they worry people. Now, if you ask me, Sword. swore you need to pay to join this league. No, it's free of charge. Just join the community, do the registration process, join them, and you're good to go. So make we join the community, Tatafo. This is a wrap for the first episode for this season. Timmy, thank you for coming through.
My pleasure. But I go pay me.
We go try to bring beer so that
I know they drink beer.
Oh, okay, we'll try to bring mineral.
Coffee.
I know they drink mineral.
Coffee? You now water?
Juice.
Juice or juice?
Juice.
Okay. So we'll go set up the juice. As for you, when we say follow, I bet try subscribe for the YouTube channel and follow the Republicans with a K and NG for YouTube. And of course, all the other places when we say we're there. I still be swore who you be. Well,